Okay, so today we are going to talk about okay, let me share my screen with you people. That's it. Okay, so so far we have talked about the web driver interface. Okay, web driver interface, and then web element interface. This is what we have seen so far. So we have talked about the manual actions that we usually perform on the web pages, and those manual actions are the methods in the Selenium. Okay, and these are the methods that we have seen. Click method is there, send keys method is there, then the select class is there, which will have some methods to select the value from the drop down. Then for mouse movements we have actions class. Then for keyboard actions we have a robot class, but this is not the Selenium's class. We'll talk about that in coming lectures. Okay, so this is what we have seen so far. To close the browser we are going to use the close method. To quit the browser we are going to use the quit method. And to get the text of any label or any field, okay, obviously not image. Okay, you cannot get the text of the image using this method, get text method. Get attribute method is there, and there are so many methods that we have. And we have seen that methods which falls under web element interface. So what are the methods that web element interface defines? Okay, and all of these methods are implemented by individual browser drivers. Okay, so these are the list of methods that we have seen in the web element interface. Okay, and we have seen a single line description of all of those methods. Okay, see, till now we have the idea that what is WebDriver. Okay, WebDriver is going to open a browser instance, and whatever we can see inside browser, that all things can be managed using the driver instance that we have talked about. Okay, then we have seen the web element. Okay, now whatever we are seeing inside the browser window, those all elements are web elements. Okay, and whatever actions we can perform on those web elements are nothing but the methods inside Selenium. So far, this is what we have discussed. Okay, now we are going to use those methods and everything, and we are going to write some test script for our program. So initially what I'm going to do is, obviously I have to create a Java project over here. Okay, after creating a Java project, you have to build your project with the Selenium jar. Okay, how to build your Java project using a Selenium jar, that we have seen in the very first lecture of the topic. Okay, now we are going to discuss about using all of these things. Okay, whatever stuffs we have studied so far, like WebDriver and web elements and all of the methods of the web element. And I said that if you want to click on particular element, then you should use the click method. If you want to get the text of the web element, then you should use the get text method. If you want to type something, then you need to use send keys method. These are the all methods that we have talked theoretically so far. Okay, now this is the time to use them. Okay, but before going to use them, okay, let me tell you the very simple scenario over here. And what is the scenario? Okay, so see here, let's say I have a website, maybe ICICI Bank. Okay, this is the website that I have. Just for the sake of testing, I'm getting. So there are so many links over here. Can you see this? These are the menus. You feel that they are menus, but they are actually anchor links. Okay, so we are going to have a close look at the HTML tags and everything, and then we will talk about the locating strategies. See, there are so many elements you can see inside this web browser. Can you see? There are so many elements. This is personal, privilege, wealth, private, NRI, corporate, business, about us, deals and more, help. This is the text box. This is the search label. This is the logo. This is again there are some menus over here. Then we can see these menu over here. Then login button we have. Then scrollable images we have. Then these are the sections over here. So lots of stuff are there on the web page, right? Lots of stuffs are there on the web page. So ultimately you are going to automate the actions. Okay, let's say I want to click on sale offers button. Okay, sorry, see all offers button. I want to click on a see all offers button. Now what ideally will you do while testing manually? Okay, you will hit this in URL. Okay, you will type this URL in your browser, and then obviously you are going to search, array, where is that see all elements, sorry, see all offers button. Now you got this. Okay, by your eyes, obviously you searched it, and after searching you are going to perform the click. Okay, are you going to perform the click operation before searching it? Obviously not. So we have to search the element first, and then we have to fire the method that we want to perform on that particular web element. So there are two steps. Okay, first step is to find element, to locate the element on entire web page. Your web page can be huge enough. Okay, so you have to locate your element from the page, and then you have to perform the intended action. So this is the two step, very easy steps. Okay, what are the steps? Search the element, locate the element, search, locate, whatever you call it as, locate the element, and then perform the action. That's it, easy. So we also have to perform same things while automating it. Okay, while manual testing, you're doing the same thing, you're searching the element and performing the action. So same thing in the automation script we also have to do. Okay, so what we need to do, we have to locate the element first, and then we have to fire the click method, or maybe the method that we want. Okay, now first step is first. Okay, so what is the first step? We are going to talk about it first. Okay, see, what is the first step? First step is locate the element. Okay, locate the element, but this is automation testing. Okay, and not a manual testing. So in manual testing, by your eyes you can locate it, but using automation testing, you have something to locate your elements. And Selenium says that I have few locators. Using those locators, you can locate whatever element you are interested in. Okay, now what are the locators available? So let me write down these two steps first. Locate the element and perform the intended actions. Sorry, typo. Okay, perform the intended action. Action or actions, whatever. Okay, now let us talk about the locators available inside Selenium. So Selenium is saying, "Arey, I can help you to locate the element." How Selenium is going to help us? By providing the locators. Now, what are the locator strategies available in Selenium? Okay, locators in Selenium. So one more type over here. Okay, locators in Selenium. So that is what we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, guys, be very conscious about it. If you feel that you are not understanding anything, then please let me know so that I can explain it once again. Okay, so locators in Selenium, that is what we are going to study today. As its name suggests, okay, driver, okay, who drives, locator, who locates. So obviously we should be having something which will help us to locate our elements on the entire web page. So these programming stuffs will give us the element in return. Okay, and then we can perform whatever action we want to perform on those elements. Okay, now what are the elements, locators available in the Selenium? So what Selenium says is, we have locator like ID, okay, then name, then link text, then partial link text, okay, then tag name, then XPath, XPath, CSS selector, okay, and then class name. We also have class name. Okay, so these are the locators that we have. I hope I haven't missed any one of them. So we'll cover them if we miss any. Okay, so These are the locators that we have. Now we have to understand what these locators are and what they actually do. So we have seen that what is the format of HTML tags. So simply they are tag name, okay, in an angular bracket, and then they may have attributes, different attributes. Attribute 1 is equals to value 1. Every attribute will have some value, okay, separated by space. Attribute 2 is equals to, they are simply key value pairs, okay. You might have seen the key value pairs in the collection, okay, where key and values are there. So we have a key over here as an attribute and value over here, whatever value a developer wants to give. So while writing the code, HTML code, developers used to follow this kind of standard. And after that, they are going to close the tag name, whatever tag they are using. So let us take an example of tag. So A is a tag that is anchor link, which can be used to mention the links. So if we click on something, then something is going to happen. Our page is going to land us on some other page. So there is a need of anchor links, link tags actually. So anchor link tag is there. Now we can have ID as an attribute. This is a very standard attribute that each and every web element may have, okay, but this is not compulsory. HTML, in HTML nothing is compulsory actually, okay. These attributes are also not compulsory. If you want to mention your HTML tag without attributes, you are good to go. You obviously can mention that, but attributes will provide a unique identifier kind of thing to the web elements or to the tags. Let's say I have a class of 10 people, okay. Now maybe 50 people, okay. I have a class of 50 people, and if I ask you to please call Sunil from my class, okay, and I'm not there in the class, and you're new to the 50 people and you know nothing about them. So you just went to my class and asked, Are, can Sunil please come with me? Sir is calling you, for example. Okay. Now four Sunils are standing up. Okay. How many Sunils are standing up? Four Sunils are there. Now, how will you identify that? Array, I was looking for this Sunil. So you will obviously come back to me and you will ask me, Array, sir, there are four Sunil in the classroom. So which one I need to call? Now identify who over here. Okay, what was the problem? Tag name may be same, okay, but list of attributes may differ. Okay, now I will tell you that, Array, please call a Sunil who is a tall guy. Okay, now tall is the attribute, and tall, then you will say that, Array, what kind of size, what kind of height he have, sir? So you may ask, I may say that, okay, maybe 6 feet or maybe more than 6 feet. So that is the attribute and that is the value that I have told you about the guy that is sitting over here, over in my class, and his name is Sunil. So ultimately attribute is going to specify uniquely the particular element. That is the simple definition of attribute. Okay, now you will go to the class, you will again call Sunil who is having height 6 and above. Now previously four Sunil were there who were standing up, and now this times two Sunil are going to stand up. Okay, why? Because their tag name means their name and their attribute are same. One attribute is same. Then again you will come to me and you will ask, Are sir, there are two more Sunils who have height 6 and 6 above. Okay, now what I should do? Then I'll say that, Are please call a Sunil who is not that healthy, who is a skinny guy. Okay, who is a skinny guy. So between two of them, there must be one who is having a skinny guy and who is having a very healthy condition. So ultimately, you will again go to the class and you will again ask for the Sunil, and you are going to look for the Sunil who is having height more than 6 and who is skinny, whose physical structure is skinny. So there are two attributes to uniquely specify the web element. So this is what happens in the HTML document also. We can write n number of div tags, we can write n number of a tags, we can write n number of body, sorry, not body, but we can write n number of link or maybe, UL or maybe LI or maybe some other tags. So ultimately, to uniquely identify those tags, we should have list of attributes, and ID is one of those attributes. I mean, it is very common and most of the developers used to have this attribute. So this attribute can be anything like this, okay, abc123, and it also has an attribute called as class, okay, to which class they belong, maybe some class, okay. These are the two attributes, and maybe href, that is hyperreference, and it may point to some website, let's say www.testingshastra.com. So after clicking on this particular link, we are going to land on this website, for example. Okay, now this tag is going to be closed. Let's say it have some button, click me, some text, okay, some text, not some button, but this is a text. Now you can see this anchor link tag over here, okay. And then obviously I guess I should write one HTML document for you people so that you can understand, but leave it, we are not going to waste our time in writing the HTML document. But obviously you can write this tag over there, and you can see this click me button, click me link will appear on our HTML page, and if we click on this, then we are going to land on this page. So this is what the HTML tags and attributes are, okay. Now first locator is related to this attribute called as ID. So you can use this locator, okay, whenever you feel that ID of this particular web element is unique, okay. You need to find the unique element, you should mark this thing in your brain forever. You have to find the element which is unique, okay. Now ID, we can use this locator when we feel that ID is unique throughout the HTML document, okay. For example, let us try to locate something using the ID. So let me click on this personal. Can I click on this personal? Yes, obviously we can click. So let us inspect this. So you need to right click on your page and then click on inspect. Then you can see a HTML code over here, and then click on this little arrow over here, and just you can click on. So it is responsive, that is why it is not showing up the menus. Yep, we are able to see the menus right now, okay. Now this is the privilege. Can you see this is the anchor link tag which has a href, has a slash privilege something something something, okay. Then we have this anchor link tag, light tag, and so many. So we will see something which have some ID. Let's say this one is the element. This is input tag. Can you see this input tag, okay, and its ID is hang cookie, okay. What is the ID? Hang cookie. This is the ID. So let me copy this. Now how will you locate the element on a web page, okay. So for that you have to use Chrome browser, okay, and then inspect the element by right clicking on the page, and then hit Control F, that is find, and then write whatever you are searching for. Let's say I'm searching for input tag whose ID is equals to this. So can you see over here, I am finding two of them, okay, but here should be one of one, okay. Can you see over here a little information is coming out that we are finding two tags with the same ID, okay, and this is what we want to avoid. Got it? Okay, so let us go back to our locators, and we are looking at the ID now. If we talk in terms of the programming, then you might have a question that what these things are. Are they methods? Are they classes? Are they blocks? Are they abstract classes? Are they interfaces? Or what are they? So let me tell you, they are simply Java methods. Okay, what are they? They are simply Java methods. All these locators are nothing but the Java methods. That is easy, very easy. Okay, so someone have written these methods and we have to use them. That's it. Okay, some class may have these methods written, okay, and we have to use those methods. Now these methods are going to give us in return web elements. Okay, what they are going to give us? Web elements. Okay, so these are locators. After locating, what they will give? Web elements. It is simple as that. Okay, so after locating, we are going to get a web elements. So ultimately, these methods return type will always be web element. This is an interface. Okay, so return type of all of these methods will be web element. Got it? So we'll have a look at those also. But just I just wanted to tell you that what are they? They are simply Java methods. Okay, and they will return web element. So whenever we use them, so let's say I want to locate this particular thing over here. Okay, I want to locate some particular tag or some particular thing on my web page. So ultimately I can use the id whenever you feel that id is actually unique, but most of time ids are duplicate, so we cannot use this. Okay, now next we have is name. Okay, name is again one attribute and not a tag name. Okay, tag name and name are different. So name is attribute where you feel that name attribute is unique. In that case you can use this method name. Okay, then we have class name, again same, where you feel that class name is unique. In that case you can use this method, but most of time again class names are not same. Then we have a link text. So whatever link we have, anchor link, so whatever link we have, we can check for that entire link using the link text. Okay, let's say we have a link over here. This is the link, www.testingshastra.com. So just to get this link, if you want to locate a element using the link of the link of the web element or maybe tag, in that case you can use this link text. If you want to check for the partial matching of the link text, in that case you can use this method partial link text. Okay, if you feel that tag name is unique, okay, which never happens, believe me, um, for maybe one or two tags you will feel that they are unique, but for different tags they are not unique at all. So whenever you feel that tag name is unique, in that case you can use this method. But let's say if none of these methods are working, okay, none of these methods are working and none of these methods are giving you the unique value or unique web element, in that case you can go with these two methods, and that is XPath and CSS selector. Okay, this is very easy concept, so you need to understand this. Okay, so let us try something. I guess I should, you know, mhm, I should write some HTML page for you people so that you can understand it better. Okay, so let us try to write one HTML page over here. So I have Atom editor with me, using which I'm going to edit the page, or maybe HTML page that I'm going to create for you people. So ultimately, you should understand that what I'm trying to say over here is we have web element interface which has different methods which can perform different kind of operations. Okay, now we have locators. They are also methods which will help us to locate the elements. So algorithm, what algorithm says? Algorithm says first you have to locate the method and then you have to perform the operation of your choice. Now let us try creating an HTML page over here so that you will have an idea about it. Okay, so let me quickly close this one. So I guess, okay, so I have created a sample project over here. In this I have created one HTML file, which is a sample HTML file that I have created. And here I'm going to write my code, HTML code, like this. HTML, you hit HTML and it will create entire code for you. Inside body we have to write maybe, let's say, input tag. Okay, and it has type as text and its name we will give an ID also. Okay, ID is equals to username. for example. Okay, username and value. Name can be anything. Okay, again username, let's say username 1, and value, we don't want the value. Okay, then let us close this tag over here, input tag, and that's it. Cool. This is the input tag that we have, or maybe you can directly close up here. Okay, then we'll create one more input tag on this page which has type text, and its ID this time is password. Okay, password is the ID that we want to give. The name is password. Okay, these are the two text boxes we have created on our web page. Then I'm going to create a new button, type button, and then maybe ID. I'm also giving the ID is equals to, let's say, 123, and then class. Okay, class is equals to maybe some class. So randomly I'm giving some name to the it, and I'm going to give this button as name as login. I'm going to save this, and inside our directory wherever we have created this project, okay, we may find one HTML file up here. Can you see? Okay, here. So let us open this file in a browser. So it is opening up. Yes, can you see over here? These are the two text boxes that we have, and one login button is there. So I can type whatever I want, and I can click on this button. But we haven't written any action so far. So even if you try to click on this button will not lead you anywhere. Okay. So this is the simple HTML document that we have created. And let's say if I want to find these things over here, so how I can inspect? So simply right click on your page and then click on inspect, and then you can see the HTML code over here. So whatever HTML code we have written so far, you can see that entire HTML code over here. Okay, now we were talking about that whenever we are failing, we are seeing that array this ID is not same, or maybe class is not same. In that case, you can not use the ID or maybe name or maybe class or anything. Okay, so in that case you have to use XPath or CSS selector. So before going to study the XPath and CSS selector, let us try writing the code that will help us to automate the entire application. So we are going to write a very simple code which will write some values in these fields. Okay, so whatever fields that we have created so far, in these fields we are going to put some value. So this is the program that we are going to do today. Okay, so simply let me zoom this out. Okay, in the main method, see from where I'm starting the program. See, in the main method, what I need to do is first see what is the requirement of this program is. First open the browser, right? Open the browser. This is the manual test case, let's say, that you are writing. Okay, this is the manual test case you are writing, I guess. We will consider that you are writing a manual test case. And your first step is open the browser. Okay, second step is enter URL in browser. Okay, URL in browser. And then what you are going to do is next, enter text, enter username. For example, we'll say like this, enter username, and then fourth action is click on login button. So that is what we are going to do, and this is the program that we want to write. Okay, now what is the first step? It is about opening the browser. Now we already have seen that how we can open different browsers. So for the sake of example, I'm opening a Chrome browser over here in this way. Okay, so I need to set the system property first. System dot set property. dot set property with the driver executables path, right? Set property, and then key should be WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, and then value should be Chrome driver. So as I am in Mac, so you should not write .exe over here when you are using Mac. If you are using Windows, you have to mention the .exe. Now this Chrome driver is in my project itself. That is why I am not writing the entire path of that particular WebDriver. But you may have to write this path, okay, entire path over here. Next is, let us create an instance of the Chrome driver. Go to new Chrome driver. Can you see this? First step is done. That is opening the browser. We are done with this. This will open the browser. So let me write down the comment over here. Below, code will open the browser, the Chrome browser. Okay, the Chrome browser. Next, okay, what is our requirement? Below, code will open URL in Chrome browser. Now what is the code to open that? Okay, so we have to use the driver instance, and we have seen that inside WebDriver we have the method. What is the name of method? Get. Okay, and this method takes a string as an argument, so we have to write down the URL. So what is the URL that we wish to enter? So this is the URL that we want to enter. So simply copy this and paste it over here. And that's it, you are good to go. Now this code will obviously open the URL. Next task is to enter username. Can you see this? Enter URL is done. Now we want to enter the username. So let us write down the comment again. Okay, this is very simple, guys. So don't take tension. Below, code will enter username. Okay, now the actual struggle comes in. Now to enter the username, what we need to do? First, we need to locate the element. Got it? We need to locate the element. And we already have seen, to locate the element, we have one method inside web element interface, and its name is find element. Which is the method? Find element. Can you see this? Find element is the method which will try to locate the element. But to this method, we have to tell that, array, this is the locating strategy. Okay, and what is the locating strategy? We have to specify the locating strategy inside this method as an parameter. So we have these many locating strategies over here, locator strategies. These are the locator strategies that we have. Okay, now we have to pass one of them. Now our program is having, let's say this is my code. Okay, this is my application, and this is having a unique ID, username, unique password. Sorry, ID is password, ID is username, so they are unique. So obviously I can use ID over here. So I'm using the ID over here. Okay, now I told you that ID or maybe name or maybe CSS selector, XPath, these are all methods. Okay, these are all methods, and these methods belongs to by class. Which class? By class. So these methods are written inside the by class of Selenium. Okay, so we have to call those methods using the by class instance. So simple method calling is there. Okay, we are doing nothing great over here. Understand this. So we are just simply creating a we just want to put the by class instance over here. So we can do that by two ways. Okay, first way is simply write by is equals to by, okay, maybe by dot id, let's say, and we are going to write this over here. Okay, by dot id. Now what is the id that we want? Let's go on our web page, and this is the ID that we are interested in, username. Okay, so simply we are going to put this over here, and then we are going to pass this instance over here. Why? Because find element takes by class instance as an argument. Can you see over here? Can you see the declaration of find element? Public web element is the return type, find element by. Okay, so by mistake I told you people that these all methods are going to return web element. Okay, but let us have the look at our code. Okay, now here I need to write by. That's it, we are good to go. Now this driver will locate this web element by its ID. So whatever ID, whatever web element having this ID, will be operated upon. Let's say like click or maybe send text or maybe whatever. So we know that this is username, this is a text field. We have to enter the text inside this text fields. So obviously how we can do that? So we have seen that find element method return type is web element. Okay, so we will write web element or maybe username is equals to, got it, easy. And then this is the web element that we got. Now on this web element, what we need to do? Entering the text. Okay, so to enter the text, what we need to do? We have one method, username dot send keys. Can you see this method? Send keys. Inside this method, we are going to pass maybe let's say testing Shastra is the username, and that's save it. Simple, easy. Okay, and then click on the login button again. Okay, so let us write the code below. Code will click on login button. Okay, login button. So let us write down this code. So again, we have to locate the element by, maybe we have created the instance, we can use this instance now by dot id again. Okay, and what is the id of button? Let us see on the web page. Can you see over here? This is the button tag and its id is 123. So we are going to write that id over here. Id is 123. Okay, and then we are going to pass that id, web element login button is equals to driver dot find element. Okay, and the by class instance that we already have created. Then again, perform a click operation on login button dot click. Can you see over here? Click method. That's it, done. Okay, last step is also done. Click on login button. Okay, so how we did that? We had an id method inside by class. Now can you observe this? I am calling this id method by directly using the class name. What it indicates? That id method is a static method inside by class. So let us open the by class. Can you see over here? This is the by class, public abstract class by. So this is an abstract class which has few methods implemented and few methods as in concrete. So what are those methods which are implemented? So this is first method id, and it's implemented and its return type is by. So by mistake in the starting of the session, I told that id's return type is web element. So that was by mistake. So forget about it. So id method's return type is by class instance, and it is a static method. That is why I can call this method directly by class name. Okay. Next, we have a link text method. Its return type is also by. Then partial link text method, its return type is also by. The name method, its return type is also by. Tag name, by. XPath, by. Class name, by. Again, CSS selector, by. And that's it. Okay. Now, let us come to our class. Can you see over here? So that is why I have written like this, by. Why? Because id method is going to return by class instance, and find element method requires by class instance. So that is what we have written over here. And after getting an web element, we have performed send keys operation on it. So let us save and try to execute this program, and let us observe the output. Okay. And then click on this Java application. So can you see the driver executable have started executing at the backend, and it is communicating with the Chrome driver. Chrome driver is opened up, URL is hit, and you can see over here the testing Shastra text is typed automatically. Believe me, Ghost is not doing this. Okay, I'm not doing anything. So our script have done everything. Our script have opened the browser, our script have launched the URL, our script have typed the text inside username. Got it? Okay, this is what we have done. So this is the one way of writing this, but unnecessarily we are writing more number of lines. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to minimize the number of lines. So observe this, how I am doing it. Okay, so I'm just commenting this out. Same thing I'm going to write in a single line. See how I can write it. Okay, driver dot find element. This is the first method that we require. Now by class instance we have to pass. Okay, but we know that by class methods are static methods, so we can directly call them over here id, let's say, and here we need to pass username as an id. Okay, now we have passed the by class instance to the find element method. Now this find element method is going to return the web element. Okay, now we are considering that here we are going to get the web element. Okay, now this entire thing is going to give us the web element. So we are going to just simply write over here dot click. Can you see what I did? In a single line, I have written 3 lines code. So this is what Java is. Okay, it has nothing to do with the Selenium. So this is Java. That is why I was saying that practice more and more about the Java. So this is how you can reduce the number of lines in your program. So simply what I did is find element method return type is web element. Web element has this click method, and that is why this entire phenomena is web element, and this is web element dot click. Can you see over here web element username and then username dot send kiss, not click but send kiss. Okay, it's my bad. Send kiss and then testing. Let's a single line. This is what I'm going to give this time. Okay, and let us try whether this code is working fine or not. But here for by we are going to get an error. Why? Because we have commented the by instance over here. So let us create one more time, and that's it. Let us execute it. So can you see driver executable have started executing? Chrome browser will be communicated through the Chrome driver.exe, and Chrome browser is opened, URL is entered. We can see the text has been typed, testing single line. Okay, this is what we have done. So this is how you can write your program in a very efficient way, and you can reduce the number of lines in your program. So this is the ID locator that we have discussed so far. So same way we can use name, class name, partial link text, link text, and tag name, and etc. Okay, so I'm going to reduce number of lines from here also. But if you guys want to take a screenshot of this program, you can obviously take a screenshot of this program. So meanwhile, I will pause the recording. So I'll also pause the recording for question answer session. If you have any questions so far, you can ask me over here.